So, hello students, just a second. Hello students, we are live now. How are you? My name is Ramandeep Singh and today I'm going to share really important questions for Bank of Maharashtra Generalist Officer exam. So latest questions, very important. Just 6 questions I'm sharing today. I'll be sharing more questions in coming days. So the very first question, let me just share the link to this live session on my Telegram channel. Follow me on Telegram in case you are looking for the PDF for this session. So the channel name is Bank Exams Today on Telegram as well. So here we go. So 6 students are live with us. Just let me just share it on Telegram. Okay, and let me just write we are live now. Okay, for Bank of Maharashtra. Chalo. Let's just start the session. The government of India. Okay. So the government of India has recently amended which act to bring cooperative banks under the regulatory mechanism of RBI. So it is Banking Regulation Act. So the Banking Regulation Act has been amended. This thing is in the news. After that, the Punjab and Maharashtra cooperative bank scam. Now, the cooperative banks, they'll be completely under the RBI, right? So really important. The very first question. So there will be greater accountability and transparency in the cooperative banks. A lot of changes have been made. I think the third or fourth question is also about the cooperative banks. Now this one is really important. The insurance cover on your bank deposits in your saving bank account has been increased from 1 lakh rupee to 5 lakh rupee. तो ये 1 लाख से बढ़ा के 5 लाख तक का इंश्योरेंस दे दिया गया है as per the union budget, right? So who provides that insurance on the saving account? Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation, DICGC. Please remember this. It is a wholly owned subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India, and the banks would pay premium of 12 paisa per 100 rupee deposited after increased insurance coverage. So bank pay 12 paisa per 100 rupee for the insurance, right? The Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman had made the announcement regarding increasing this insurance cover. So the insurance norm is effective from 4th of February 2020. Okay. So greater measure of insurance would be provided. And these deposit insurance scheme includes the private sector banks, the cooperative, the deposit cover all the banks operating in India, including the PSU banks, obviously hai hi hai. PSU banks, private banks, cooperative banks, and the branches of foreign banks all are included. Exemptions have been given to deposits of foreign government, the deposits of central and the state governments, interbank deposits. इस पे कोई भी insurance नहीं है. As per the latest norm of RBI, credit for the debit and credit cards, bank shall provide all credit holders to switch on, off, or change the transaction limits. See students, if you are already using a debit card or a credit card, you know that there are limits. For the net banking, there might be some limit, 5 lakh, 2 lakh, 10 lakh, there are limits, right? Now you can set all those limits using your mobile application, internet banking, ATMs, IVR. You can change those limits. The limit of debit card for making the limit for internet banking. So you can make such changes via these methods. And yes, on and off facilities also available. Issuer shall provide 24/7 access to switch on, off or change transaction limit. So आप अपने कार्ड को on off कर सकते हैं 24/7 using those facilities. तो ये बहुत important है. And yes, RBI ये बहुत important है. RBI asks banks to allow when a card is issued, there is a separate form would be there, right? For people who want contactless transaction facility. I mean, for example, आप POS पे जाते हो, ATM पे जाते हो, you need to contact your card to the machine, to a device, right? So the online banking, whenever you are making an online payment to a cost, that is contactless transaction. So at the time of issue or reissue of the card, all the cards should be enabled for use only for contact based point of usage, right? And that within India. If you need for international payment or for contactless transactions, you need to fill a separate form for that. You need to apply for that. Okay. एक अलग फॉर्म पे साइन होंगे. So new provision are not mandatorily applied on gift cards. Okay. So RBI amended the KYC norms to introduce a video-based technology to help banks and lending institutions to onboard customers remotely, right? बहुत important है. Now the video-based KYC is available. This technology, this is VCIP. What is the full form? Very, very important. Video-based customer identification process. याद रख लीजिए, video-based customer identification process. Video KYC is there. The move will help the banks and lending institution to onboard the customers remotely. And RBI has allowed the VCIP as consent-based alternate method of establishing customer identity. Customer का available होना जरूरी नहीं है. For customer onboarding with a view to leveraging digital channels for customer identification process by regulated entities. Okay. Very important. As per the supervisory action framework. So what is SAF? SAF, you might have heard about the PCA framework for the commercial banks. SAF is for the urban cooperative banks. लास्ट में कुछ घपले हुए थे, फ्रॉड्स हुए थे. दैट्स व्हाई द आरबीआई केम अप विद द सुपरवाइजरी एक्शन फ्रेमवर्क. सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ UCBs are there on which the SAF would be implemented. Please remember this, if NPA exceeds 6% and they incur losses for 2 consecutive financial years, then it would be under the SAF, right? So the RBI will continue to monitor asset quality, profitability, capital net worth, and RBI can curtail their lending powers among other safeguards. So RBI can do a lot of things to control to monitor the position, to control the situation, right? Curtail the lending powers, dividend distribution. A lot of restrictions can be there. So 6% is the NPA level, 6%, and the 2 years of the consecutive financial year. ये बहुत important है, याद रख लीजिए. So RBI has directed all the urban cooperative banks having total assets of how much and above 500 crore or above on 31st March of the previous financial year to report all the exposure on all borrowers having aggregate exposure of 5 crore or more. It is not CRISIL. Sorry, it is not CRISIL. It is Acrylic. It is acrylic. It is not CRISIL. It is acrylic. Okay. It is not. So what is acrylic? It is central repository of information on large credit. So this is a RBI's mechanism where all that the large exposure, the banks need to submit the reports related to the large exposures to the RBI. This is a central repository of information on large exposures. Now the cooperative banks having total assets of 500 crore or more, all the cooperative banks whose total assets is more than 500 crore or more, whenever they need to give all the information regarding the aggregate exposures. If an exposure is more than 500 crore, that is a special mention account. They need to submit records for that to the central repository of information on large credit. I hope that is quite easy. So I hope you like the way I teach. And if you are preparing for Bank of Maharashtra Generalist Officer course, that is available on bankexamstoday.com. You can use the coupon code ULTRA30. You'll get 30% discount. You'll be getting video classes, notes, test series, and test series is also available separately. But it is part of the course. Test series is part of the course. In case you don't need the full course, you need just the test series, it is also available separately. So complete coverage of the syllabus. This is my WhatsApp number 90672010000. And this is the list of students who cracked the IBPS SO marketing in 2019 using our course. The RRB Scale 2 Scale 3, they used our course, and Bank of Baroda Wealth Management, they used our course, and they finally cracked the exam. Bank of India Credit Officer, Vijaya Bank, so all these students used our courses and they cracked the exam, and you can be one of them, right? And we are giving 100%, and I want you to crack these exams, right? So that's all for today, students. I hope you like the way I teach. Thank you, and have a very nice day. Please follow me on Telegram if you need the PDF for this lecture. I'm just sharing it right now. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, and have a very nice day. Bye.